Finessers and Finesses. And get rid of this. I got one more month and all these will be gone. So, whatever. That's another conversation. So we're here. We are back. We had a, by far, the most competitive week we've ever had. Like, by far. And, I think the biggest blowout was me and Gary, and that only ended up being like 22 points. And it was good stuff. So, hey, everybody, congratulations. Way to keep going for it. Way to keep fighting. Keep hitting them waiver wires. That's what I like to see. Everybody get their hands dirty. Make this league as competitive as possible. We got a few topics we gonna go over today. We're gonna go over playoff predictions. We're gonna go over some dumbest and smartest plays of the week per Zach Calder's idea. I love it. Absolutely love it. And we're going to go over some horrible franchises. That kind of extends a little bit beyond fantasy. It's ridiculous. The fact that I even have to, I have to literally have some of these franchises on my TV every single Sunday is disrespectful to me as a man. So, I guess we'll go ahead and dive in. I got my little trusty notepad. Let's see here. All right, so first, we have standings right now. Gary is in first. He is 6 points above me in my division. So he's in first. 4-1, both of us. Clay is somehow leading the league in points at a 3-2 record at 648. So he's 3 above Gary. I'm in third because I'm in second in my division. So, ain't nothing I can really do about that. Let's see here. We have Matt Galt at fourth. The points significantly drop off now. He's at 605, which is about 40 beyond the closest, 40 behind that. Jeff, he's jeffing around. We got Evan. I don't know how he's managed to do it. It's kind of impressive. He has 543 points. That is 102 points behind first place. And Evan is only, let's see here. Evan is in fifth place at let's see, what is his overall record? Evan is 3-2 at 543 points, the lowest points of the league. So it's really impressive. He's had, and it's also weird, he's had a good bit of points put on him, too. He's had the second most amount of points put on him. I don't exactly know how that works, but hey, keep doing you. I love it. You cannot beat me on the basketball court or the links, but keep doing what you got to do right here. Pleasure doing business with you earlier about Le'Veon Bell. He's not good. Moving on with that. So next is Alex Trammell. Let's see here. 2-3. That's gross. Right after that is Skeet at also 2-3. Calder has the second least amount of points in the league. He's also 2-3, but I will say this: after his first couple weeks of ineptitude, he has put together a decent team through many outlets of finessing, and he put on respectable numbers. He had a few people not do exactly what he might have thought they would do, he had Alvin Kamara ended up pushing him over the edge past the owner of the ultimate garbage can, being Joe Mixon, and Alex Trammell being the owner of that. So that's not bad. He's second least amount of points, but he's 2-3. He's on the come up. He's got a good team. He always projected a decent amount. So, it might be his time now to start racking up some wins. So, moving on. In ninth place is Zach. This is somebody I want to talk about. Last night, should have won. Galt, you get spoon-fed. I'm done with you. The fact that I've even having to make a podcast about it shows how much it was. I've never in my life seen someone get so spoon-fed. How in the world are you down a point with 4 minutes left in the game with the top 4 running back in the league? Let's just be honest. And as far as yards per carry, could maybe be the best because he never falls backwards. He always falls forward. So, Josh Allen maybe scores. That's my fault that I rostered him now. He's, he kind of fell off a little bit. Let's just say he goes on there and scores. It stresses me out for Zach, really. He needed about 13 yards 13 yards. Oh boy. Yes, and then they fumbled, and the rest is history. Galt, I mean, it's scary how spoon-fed you get. I don't think anybody would want to play you at that type of spoon. As a matter of fact, look, this even says spoon right there on the radio. I don't know if you see that. It says spoon as I'm talking about Galt. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, honestly. But Zach has put up 610 points. That is 4th most in the league. And he has had the 3rd most points put up against him. That is bullcrap. And then he's 1-4. You have to feel for the guy. You have to feel for the effort he's putting in. He's putting in trades. I mean, that's a lot. That's tough. That's tough. So I feel for him there. Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, it's a dog-eat-dog world. That being said, I think Gary asked at one point for everybody to be nice about Andy Dalton. Gary, don't ever do that. It's a dog-eat-dog world, homie. We can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. Yeah, so, and in last place with a resounding 659 points hung on him is Cheese. He is dancing with the girl he took to homecoming. He is sleeping in that bed that he made. He won't trade with anybody. He's got 2 waivers as his wide receiver 1 and 2. He won't let people who are better off at wide receiver help him. So to that, I mean, you just got to dance, baby. You got to dance. And I hate it for you because you're my pal. But help people help you, man. Just let it happen. You have 595 points, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th most in the league. I mean, so it's there. You just have to. You have to have consistent wide receiver point scorage. And that's coming from me, who, I got my receivers. Okay, moving on there. Playoff projected matchups. Right now, Gary and Clay have a bye. 2 people that I didn't even project to make the playoffs, period. And the 3 seed would be me, 4 would be Galt, 5 will be Evan. Alex will be 6. I will be playing Alex, so that is a free pass to the second round, where I would eventually be playing Clay, which is a free pass to the championship. So it's looking good for Team Martin. Evan would have to play Galt, and then we'll play Gary. Neither are any good. None of the 3 are any good, so whatever there. So let's see here. The consolation bracket is hilarious to me. Zach and Cheese will play each other in the Ultimate Pillow Fight Fest, the My Pillow versus the Miracle Pillow, the Purple Mattress Fight is what I like to call it. And then Finesse Me, Calder, and Skeet. It's consolation bracket. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Moving on here. This week, Andrew beat Gary 114-91. Zeke had 23 points. That's probably going to keep going due to Dak's injury. And then Tannehill put a 30 spot on me. I'm not a fan. Galt destroyed Zach. I mean, just really hung it on him. Beat him by 1.4. You get spoon-fed, man. It really stresses me out, honestly. The second biggest beatdown of the week was Clay and Cheese, but again, it's only like 17 points. It's so good, man. And then we had that's 140-123. Evan beats Skeet with Drew Brees and Hopkins leading the way. 98-87. A little bit of a pillow fight. Neither of them would beat anyone else except Gary. And that pushed Evan to 3-2 and Skeet to 2-3. And then finally we have Alex and Calder, 116-112. That was Alvin Kamara. Calder's team really actually got off. They really balanced. Deshaun Watson, 24. DK Metcalf, who statistically is the number 1 receiver in the league right now, I'm pretty sure he finessed somebody that got him in like the 5th round, so that's good. And Todd Gurley had 20. pretty balanced. 116 is his total there. He outscored myself. He outscored Evan. He outscored Gary. He outscored Ski. He outscored Alex. Only person he didn't outscore was Zach, who don't get spoon-fed, the Clay, and Galt. Moving on. They get spoon-fed. They all get spoon-fed. And let's see here. Moving right along. We're going to do a little bit of, dumbest and smartest plays of the week. Smartest play, just easy. Ravens defense. I mean, come on. I had a guy in my other league start the Buccaneers just because he's a Buccaneers fan against the Bears. I get it. The Bears suck. They should have taken Mahomes or Watson. I get it. They suck. Whatever. The organization has no idea what's going on. But it's still, they're not as bad as the Bengals, man. And the Ravens defense has shown like they're here to play ball this year. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably one of the. It's not really. It's smart. It was probably his only option, but it was just he didn't mess it up, so can't really kill him there. One of the dumber starts of the week, also from Clay, Carson Wentz. Don't ever start him. Don't ever start him. I mean, I don't understand. Like, the dude, oh boy, the dude is like the staple of ineptitude in the NFL. He can't stop sucking. I don't know how Jalen Hurts hasn't took the job yet, so just sit Wentz down. I mean, just sit him down. It's okay. It's okay. Just sit him down. Sit him down. Evan started Joe Burrow. I know he just got him, so he was probably really itching to put him in the lineup. But you have Baker Mayfield against the Colts. At home, I think that's a little bit better of a matchup than Joe Burrow at the Ravens. I don't know. It's tough, but really the Ravens at this point seem like one of them teams you don't want to start the guy against them. Again, Carson Wentz plays them this week. Clay, I advise you to put him on the bench unless you're playing me. There's two nominees for dumbest play of the week. One, Jerick McKinnon for Gary. Gary has Jerick McKinnon, and he had Jerick McKinnon. He finessed Zach out of Tom Brady, and that's a good work. He had Jerick McKinnon and Raheem Mostert. That's the 1 and 2 out there. He plays both of them. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, it doesn't maximize points. If you know Mostert's going to play, sit McKinnon. If you know McKinnon's not, if you know he's going to play, Mostert's not, sit Mostert. It's one or the other. I'm done trying to argue with you about that, Gary. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. If you wanna dance with a girl you asked to homecoming, that's fine. Go ahead. But I'm not doing it no more. Maximize your points. Don't put the same people on the same team. Like if San Francisco wouldn't have got -5, which almost lost me my other league, if they wouldn't have got -5, then let's say you get anybody else. So let's say you get a 5. Let's say you get a 5. That's a 10-point difference. That puts him at 101, and then that's 114 to 101. He's losing to me by 13 at that point. And then instead of playing Jerick McKinnon, who got 0.5, you could have played Henry Ruggs, who got 18, which is 17 points, which beats me. That beats me. Moving on. That's probably the dumbest, in my opinion, of the week. Gary was a little bit in dire straits, but, I mean, if Mostert plays, McKinnon's going to suck normally. If McKinnon plays, Mostert's going to suck. Like, it's whatever. Alex is the last two. Smart play, Darius Slayton. The Cowboys defense, it's like, I've used this analogy before, it's like Swiss cheese without the cheese. It's just one giant hole. It's a black hole. So that's a good play against him. He had at least 120 yards on him. It wasn't enough to beat Calder. But yeah, that was still good. And Joe Mixon, second dumbest play of the week. Again, not even because he's playing the Ravens. It's Joe Mixon. Don't play him. Just don't play him. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, you got Ravens. Joe Mixon. I don't have my calculator on me. Actually, yeah, I do. I can do this right now. Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait. No, I can't. Wait. Joe Mixon had 25 carries. 25 carries in a negative game script against the Ravens. For 59 yards. Just based on me being decent at math, that is like a 2.1 yards per carry. 2.1. Steven Gostkowski gets 2 points for an extra point. 2.1. I could go out there right now, me, and do better than that. All you gotta do, you have to bounce to the outside one time, get like a 15-yard gain. That's it. That's all you gotta do. He wasn't able to do that. Sit Joe Mixon. Sit him. Moving on, we're wrapping up here. Let's see here. I guess next week we'll do a quick rundown of the teams. Then I'm gonna do horrible franchise. Then I'm gonna get out of here. Andrew is playing Skeet 4-1, 2-3. Don't know what's gonna happen. Both teams are pretty good. Alex is playing Cheese. That's a pillow fight. I'm not even gonna go into detail about that. And then we have the Zacks. I kind of like this matchup here because you got two teams who are kind of like, contrary to Zach Scoggins' record, he's on the come up. I feel like he's got a pretty good squad. He's kind of gets spoon-fed. He kind of doesn't get spoon-fed about his record. So yeah, he's going this way. Calder's going this way. Both are going up, kind of meeting at the summit, in my opinion. Pretty good matchup there. Clay and Evan, that's a 3-2 and 3-2. That's pretty good. And as far as like record goes, wins and losses, the best matchup of the week is Gary and Galt, 4-1, 3-2. So that should be good. That's pretty good. Galt's record, he's got Gary, then me, then Alex. So he's got a little bit of a gauntlet there of schedule. If he can come out of there getting 2 of the 3, that'll be good for him. Horrible franchises. This goes beyond fantasy. The New York Jets. I don't know the contract totals, but I know not only did they pay Le'Veon Bell too much, but right now I know that they paid him $28 million for 15 games. Never had a 100-yard game. It's a little bit of it shows the system that he was dealing with over there in Pittsburgh. Great line, great quarterback. Good lot of everything just worked for him. I don't know. They're just horrible, man. Adam Gase out here showing up to press conferences. Hi! He's high. I don't know if he's doing mushrooms. I don't know what he's doing, but he's literally showing up high. His eyes are doing like this right here, and I don't know what he's got going on. They're really, really bad. Arguably the worst franchise in the league. And this is something that I've been wanting to get off my chest for a long time. The Atlanta Falcons. If I was not a Ravens fan since 2010, before they won the Super Bowl, don't even come with that bandwagon stuff. No goal. There's a chance I would be a Falcons fan. There is. They're local. I got family from Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta a good bit. I've been to the stadium to watch the SEC championship game. That didn't include them because they got drugged by Cam Newton, who got paid, by the way. That's another conversation. Dan Quinn sucks. Thomas Dimitroff, horrible. Matt Ryan's not even that good. Julio Jones, correct me if I'm wrong here, $88 million contract to not throw him the ball. If in the slight chance they even make it to the red zone, in the slightest chance they make it to the red zone, if Julio Jones is even on the field, they don't throw it to him. They'll do a fade route to Olamide Zaccheaus, the wide receiver 4. So that just stresses me out. It's good for them. It's good for the organization. Thomas Dimitroff is out. Dan Quinn is out. Arthur Blank won't even commit to Matt Ryan. So that's so good. I love it. The Bengals, terrible franchise. It's either they had good defense, no quarterback. Now they got a quarterback, no defense. Then they got wide receivers. Oh, AJ Green's out. Oh, here's T. Higgins. Oh, never mind. Lose by 30 against Baltimore. just not good. I mean, they can't seem to piece it together. It's like they've got the edges of a puzzle, but then their cat eats the corner piece, and then they order a new puzzle just for that one piece, and then find out the cat ate the other end. They're just horrible. The Dolphins. Ryan Fitzpatrick is good. He's good. He's good. They're trying to like shove him out the door. I forget the coach's name. He's horrible too. But he is non-committal to Ryan Fitzpatrick every single week after he puts up 25 fantasy points. And I know fantasy points don't relate to good quarterback play, but in this situation it does. Had like 300 yards, maybe I think like 4 touchdowns. It's ridiculous. And then they're like, oh, well, Tua, what about Tua? What about Tua? Man, what about him? What about him? He beat Clemson. Whatever. Something they couldn't do, but what about him? What about him? What about him? The Detroit Lions. Matt Patricia, you are so bad. I hope you stub your toe. And I don't want it to break. I just want the toenail to just fly straight off. You are so bad. You have Kenny Golladay. You have TJ Hawkinson. You have DeAndre Smith. You have Kerryon Johnson. You have all that. You have Marvin Jones. You have Matthew Stafford. You had all these. You had Darius Slay. You had all these weapons. You had all these things. And you're just so bad. You're horrible. Behind Adam Gase and Dan Quinn, you are the third worst coach in the league, and I hope you see this. And finally, the Washington football team. Who would draft Dwayne Haskins? I don't get it. It's hilarious to me. But he had 60 touchdowns in the Big Ten. Oh, but he plays Michigan. South Carolina can beat Michigan. They have beat Michigan every time. Man, come on, man. Michigan's not any good. Ohio State's not any good. Northwestern's not any good. Nobody in the Big Ten is any good. The Big 12's not any good. No one's any good, man. No one's any good. I mean, I shouldn't have to keep doing this, but I am. Listen, man, this is ridiculous. It's like 22 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. If you got anybody, we don't have any trades going on, really. I really had a bad feeling it's going to be kind of a slow week because we're off a little bit. If we get real busy, I will start a new podcast. But be on the lookout for this week. Be on the lookout for Cheese's podcast. And, yeah, still need a Friday rant. But, yeah, we're looking forward to it. Continue giving me ideas about the podcast. I can go on and on and on as long as I got ideas. No one cares. So, to wrap it up, no one cares about the Lakers. Joe Buck, you can get off the Dodgers at any point. Go Braves. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Steelers are the worst. What are they? 5-0? The worst 5-0 team I've ever seen. How you gonna let the Eagles put up 30? I just had this conversation about Carson Wentz. Like, I literally don't understand. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this thing up, man. Y'all just keep finessing. Y'all finesse or get finesse, man. You better get dinner or you're gonna become dinner. You can follow Cheese on Twitter at Cheese Stop Dancing. Cheese Stop Dancing. Or you can follow us on our Instagram at Clay Get to Trading. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. Crazy week. Hopefully the FNV fake news virus stays away this week. If we can just make it to November 4th, we'll be on the other side of all of it. So remember, finesse or get finessed. That's all I got to say about that. Wrap it up, gentlemen. See you guys soon. I'm out.